So I'm going to go through an example of doing scientific notation. Scientific notation is a very easy way of depicting a whole lot of zeros without writing them all out. But sometimes you start doing some of the math, it might get a little weird looking. So I'm going to break it down so it seems simple. In the first case, I have 2.67 times 10 to the minus 9 being multiplied by 0.03. I'd like to make these whole numbers when I do the work. So if I roll the decimal this way, I've got to add more negatives on. In fact, 2 more. So I'm going to add minus 2 to this thing. So it really is 267 times 10 to the minus 11. Okay? Now for this one, because I'm doing multiplication, I can keep it the way it is, or simply roll the decimal twice, 1 to this direction, and put a minus 2 here. Now we're going to keep track of all this, and in the end it's going to make sense, but this would just give me the number 3 times 10 to the minus 2. I could take these two numbers now and do simple math and just add my exponents. My exponents added together would be 10 to the minus 13. Putting these together, it's 267 times 3. I get the number 801. So my number is now 801 times 10 to the minus 13. Now, the rules of scientific notation, you can only have one number in front of the decimal. I actually have 3. I got to go this direction. So I go 1, 2. If I go this way, I add plus 2 to it. So my number is going to be, when I put these together, 8.01 times 10 to the minus 11. Okay? So this is something that, you could do. I would advise checking out this link and look at the TI-30. I'll show you how your calculator can do a lot of this stuff very easily if you know the proper keystrokes. But this is what the calculator is actually doing, right? I'm going to scroll down and look at another example. This is the dividing one, okay? How I like to do this, once again, is to move the decimal ahead of time. 1, 2. If I do that, remember, if you go this way moving the decimal, you add negatives. In this case, a negative 2. A negative 2 to the 7 makes it 10 to the 5. So I've got 215 times 10 to the 5. And of course, 5 doesn't have anything, so I don't have to mess with it. So I just put 5. So it's really this over 5. This becomes a simpler problem. I put 5 going into 215. 5 goes into 24 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Bring down the 1, bring down the 5, and it's a 3, 43. So my answer is 43 times 10 to the 5. Can't leave it like that. You can only have one number for a decimal, so I got to roll this way 1. So the answer becomes 4.3 times 10 to the 6.